hot. Welcome to another episode of this I Can't Sleep So May Tea type of podcast that I like to do, where when I can't sleep, I just ramble on for an hour straight and you guys listen to it and you love it. So today I made red raspberry leaf tea because I have period cramps, and we have Gabi here, as you could probably tell. He's keeping us company for tonight. And I was actually kind of torn between two subjects for today's episode. For the longest time, I wanted to make an episode on fear of missing out, FOMO, because I suffer deeply from it, and I think it's something that it's interesting to talk about. But I then enrolled in the third year of college, and I remember that so many of you guys asked me to make just a podcast talking about making friends in college, especially. And I thought, well, everyone's going back to college or school, so it's the perfect time. So, get cozy up in bed and let's just talk about it. By the way, a lot of you guys asked me to post these podcast type of things on Spotify, and I was thinking maybe I should do it. Should I become an official podcaster? Is that something you would like? Is that something you would like to hear? Because I have so many this is so fun for me because I love talking, and I do not like to talk to other people. I just like to talk to myself. So this is like the perfect thing for me because I just talk for hours straight. Would you listen to it? I don't know how to do it. I have to search for it, but would you listen to it if I was like an official podcaster type of thing? Maybe I should. Who knows? But let's go on with the video. So, before I start talking about my experience on making friends in college, I want to go a little bit back and talk about making friends in high school. I went to a private school during all my life because my parents couldn't afford it, but they wanted me to have that education, so we took out a lot of things from our normal life so that I could afford a private school. And I will also do an episode talking this about that. But yeah, we were kind of like poor just so I could afford going to a private school. So my environment was always very safe, private, and very closed. I went to school with the same people for 10 or more years. Like, it was a very close environment, so I didn't meet a lot of people. And the first time I went into the outside world, into public school with lots of people that I did not know was in 10th grade, start of high school. It's safe to say that I was really, really scared because I've always been a very shy person. I do not make friends that easily. It's a bit hard for me because I get really awkward when talking to people. So I was really, really nervous going into this new class, new school, new people. You get it. So the classroom that I was put in, my classmates couldn't be more different than me at the time and now. They were just like a whole other species of people, and I did not like them one fucking bit, like nothing. I did not like their jokes. I did not like their personalities. I just did not like the way that they behaved. Like, it was not my people. They were not my people, and they were each other people, but I was kind of like the outcast. But I tried, because I didn't want to be alone, obviously, so I kind of put a facade and changed the way that I dressed, changed the way that I spoke, changed the way that I behaved, so that I could, stick with them, because I did not want to be alone in this new scary environment. And in the beginning, I was just like, okay, this is easy, I can do it. But then 1 year in, it was just like I was so fake, and I regret it because I was such a fake friend. Like, not a fake friend, but I pretended that I liked to hang out with them when that was not true. I knew that was not true, and they probably knew that was not true because they saw the way that I was, and it wasn't a good fit. It wasn't a good match. Looking back, I would much rather be alone for 3 years than to just be with these people. But, at the time, this seemed the most appropriate measure to take. I don't know. I do not talk to any of the people I was friends with during high school. I occasionally talked to one, and she was cool, but you know, yeah, I just, those friendships did not stick because I was not being real in them. They were not my people. That's fine. That's so fine. Because I have my people, and I'm talking mostly about my, like, childhood friends. It's the girls from, like, the ferry trip, the video I made a couple of weeks ago. And something that I do is that I always compare my friendships with them because they're like the standard. But I was talking to one of them on that trip, actually, because I am so lucky. We are so lucky to have each other because we have grown. We have seen each other's awkward phases. We have seen each other's all phases. And we have grown together throughout. One of them I've known for 17 years, another one for like 7 or 8 years, and we are so close. And it's actually impossible. It's almost impossible for me to have another friend group just like them, because again, we have grown together. It's a different type of bond. But I make the same mistake always, is that I always compare all of my newer friendships, all of my newer friends with them. And I went into mostly college expecting to find like the perfect friend group straight out of the movies. You know, we would hang out every day after school, after college or whatever. We would have lunch together, we would go out, we would have lots and lots of picnics. I don't fucking know. We would be the bestest friends ever. And when that did not happen, I was kind of, you know, I had to take a step back and realize what was wrong with me. That was like my first thought, like, what is wrong with me? Everyone else has all of these college group friends, everyone else is hanging out, and I am alone. What is wrong with me? That was my thoughts process throughout all of my first year, basically, of college. And another thing that got me really sad was that I kind of like talked with these girls on like the 4th day of college, and we kind of like it was nice. It was just like, nah. So my thought process was like, okay, these are about to be the bestest friends of my entire life, and we're going to stick together for the rest of the 3 years. So we were going to create a group chat. We created a group chat. We talked for a bit, and we talked for a total of 3 weeks. Did not spoke anymore. I was so sure that these were going to be the best friends of college, and I did not even like them that much. I just wanted to be a part of a group because I just felt so alone and so lost into this new chapter of my life. So I just wanted to be part of my group, like, at any cost. So I just kind of like grabbed onto them. Did not work. They were not fucking fun. They were not fun, you know, they were not my type of people. And it's really hard to find your type of person, your type of people, because not everyone is going to match your personality the way that you want them to match. There's always going to be something that's going to like trigger you. You can either make the choice to like look past it and continue to be friends, or you can just like cut the friendship off. It's not worth it. And these people were not worth it. Most of the people that I've talked through in college are not worth it. And my college is really fucking weird, because I have 5 classes each semester, and I do not stick with a classroom throughout the classes and throughout the year. So in each semester and in each class, there is a different classroom with different classmates. So I'm constantly meeting new people. Like, I am dreading this new semester because I know I'm about to meet 5 classrooms of different people, and I'm just not up to it anymore. I've been through this 20 times. I'm tired, but I'm just like pondering if I should just like be alone this semester, because I do not feel like talking to anyone new. Like, I'm fine. Just like, I would much rather be on my own right now than to be with people that I do not care for, basically. I do not have the energy anymore. And in the beginning of college, this kind of system kind of scared me, because that meant I had to talk to the triple amount of people that I've ever talked to in order to have a friend group, or just a friend. But now I'm kind of glad it happened because it allowed me to have so many more opportunities to meet new people, because again, not everyone you meet is going to match your personality. But yeah, my main problem going into college was that I was going in with the mindset that I was going to have the most fun group the world has ever seen. But I did not even made the efforts to talk to people. I waited that the people could talk to me. And even if I saw someone that looked like vibes, I did not approach them. I just kind of like looked weirdly into their direction and hope that they would like talk to me. I kind of just look like a stalker, basically. You cannot expect, that's my number one advice for making friends in college. You cannot expect that people will just come up to you and start talking, because that's most likely not going to happen. I'm going to be honest, it's not going to happen. And if it did happen, then you are one lucky person, because that did not happen to me. You will have to gain the courage and talk to someone that you find interesting on your own. And I know that sounds really scary. I know, because I've been through this so many times. In each classroom that I have, I've got to have the courage and talk to someone. My go-to plan is I kind of like see through all of the classmates before, when we're like waiting to enter the class, and then I like spot one that's like cool or interesting, and I just kind of like sit next to them. And on the first day I usually don't talk, but like on the second day I just kind of like, I wasn't paying attention last classroom, do you have like notes or something? And then I would just kind of like make conversation from there. But that's not a foolproof plan, okay? That's not a foolproof plan, because sometimes I just get really shy and awkward, and I just sit awkwardly next to them and never talk to them throughout the whole semester. But most of the times it worked, okay? But you're probably asking me, okay, but I do not know how to make conversation. How do I make a deep connection with someone from that single interaction? Let me tell you. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? That's kind of had like a brain something there. Deep connections are made with, first of all, work, time, most importantly. Deep connections do not appear just randomly. You have to put in the effort, you have to put in the time. And most importantly, you have to put in trust, okay? You cannot make a deep connection with someone if you do not trust them enough to talk about simple things, I don't know, to let you in a little bit of yourself, to open up a little bit. And I kind of like overshare a lot because I do not do this on purpose, but I am deeply scared of awkward pauses. Like, awkward pauses are like my worst fear ever. I would rather die than to go through an awkward pause. So I just kind of do everything in my power to not have those awkward pauses. So I do not shut the fuck up when I'm talking to someone. When I mean opening up, I do not mean trauma dump on this person you have known for 5 minutes. Please do not do that. Do not do that, because I've had people do that to me and it's not comfortable. You just kind of like stand there awkwardly like, oh, so sorry to hear that. Like, do not do that, please. I'm talking about what you did that morning, talking about something you were feeling, if you're feeling anxious for this class, if you're feeling excited for this class, just kind of like breaking the ice with simple things, but kind of like more personal things, just not so you can like break that barrier. Because if you stay out of the barrier of like the deep connection barrier, most likely you're not going to get out of it. There is this girl, a specific girl, that I have had a class with her since the beginning of my college years. Like, we have gone through 5 classes together, I think, probably. And each time we talk, each time we sit next to each other, we stay in group, like in group essays, we stay together. But we never got around to that deep connection, because it's not like she was not nice. We just kind of like stayed in this very superficial friendship all this time. So now it just feels weird to kind of like start talking about more personal things. So I just kind of like just to put it all out there, okay? If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, you do not fuck with me, basically. That's just like really expose yourself. Tell people how you're feeling. Tell people like how you show people how you are. And, you know, if the energy reciprocates, then perfect. If it does not, then that person is not the right friend for you, and you just kind of like let them go and go along your way. And to me, being vulnerable is kind of easy. That's a lot of you guys like notice that, because I'm always talking about how I'm feeling in my videos to an audience of 30,000 people, and it just comes off so easy for me, because it is. I've just always been so vulnerable with people that I care, and with my friends, because I don't see a point on not being vulnerable. I guess people can use that information like to get to you, but like, why would they do that? You know, if they do that, they're not your friends. But you have to be vulnerable in order to be friends in the first place. So I was kind of thinking about the different friends I made throughout college. In the beginning, they felt a little bit fake. They didn't felt genuine, like genuine connections where I could actually have fun with this person. Like, it was fun, but it just felt very superficial, and it was kind of hard to get off that. But the thought that not every friend you have needs to be your best friend really helped, because I really thought that every person I ever talked to had to be my best friend. And that's just not true, you know. There are different friends for different needs of yours and different necessities. You can still have fun with them, you can still share your feelings, you can still hang out and do things together. I kind of like saw friendship as being superficial when they were not the best of the bestest friends. When that's not true, those things are different. I was still true to my... It's 1 a.m. What are you doing? And I kind of have different personalities to different friend groups. I don't know if that's happened to everyone else. I think it does, because I'm so different between all of my friend groups. And that's something that I really struggle with for my birthday party, because I cannot put all of my friend groups into one place, because that just means like all of my personalities are going to like be together and hang out together, and that's just not okay for me. That's not okay for me. I do not like that. I like to just kind of have a specific personality for each friend group, because I feel and I know that each friend group for me like just like checks off something within me, you know. I'm not remember the word, as you could probably tell, because I'm just like saying checks off, but I just said it. Oh my god, what was it? Fuck. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to college this year, if you're entering a new stage in your life, if you still have not made any friends and you have been in college for 3 years, that's fine. That's so valid, because again, just like look at the positives. You have so much time to yourself. You can do so many things. You hang out with yourself. You learn to be with yourself. You learn what you like. You're not like biased. The people you will feel comfortable with are there, okay? You just have to go out your way to find them. You cannot expect them to just come up to you and say hi. You have to do that, most likely, you know. You have to go out of your way and say hi. That person, you know, might want to meet you too, and they're just too shy. They just don't know how to approach you. So you should be that person, just like go and say hi. And if the energy does not match, do not fret. That's fine. You will find people, okay? And I talked about my childhood friend group being the friend group that I compare all of my relationships with, all my friendships with, just because we have such a special connection. But that is not to say that you cannot have and you cannot make this connection with people you know a year ago, you have known for a year. Like, obviously, connection does not equal time. Sometimes, yes, but in another times, no. I also have a different friend group that I've only known for 2 years and a half, and they are also the bestest friends of my entire world, and I feel so comfortable with them, and we have so much fun, and we also have a special fucking connection. So you just need to be vulnerable. You need to put yourself out there. You need to be open to the opportunity of meeting new people, and you cannot expect those people to just come up to you. I guess that's what I like, the main message. I'm talking too fast. That is the main message that you should take out from this video. I'm tired. When I speak in English for too much time, like I store up saliva in my mouth. I don't know why that happens. I feel like I don't open my mouth a lot when I'm talking in English, so I need to work on that. I need to open up more my mouth and my feelings. Wow, amazing. The tea is finished, and so is the video. That is it for today, guys. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you would like these podcast type of videos on Spotify. If you listen to it, I think it would be fun. I think it's something that I kind of like, I see myself doing more often. I could be like, I'm a fucking Chamberlain. Oh my god, I fucking wish. I think that's my goal. I think that's everyone's goal, actually. Just to be like Emma Chamberlain, because she is the queen herself, you know. I love her. But that's it. I will see you guys next week with a new video. Yeah, it might be college related. Who knows? Probably it's definitely going to be college related because I'm starting college, so fun. Love you all so much, and yeah, bye.